Yo, what's good, everybody? Glad to have you back over here at the channel again. D Bailey Speaks. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. Very simple. Click the button below. All right. Also, click the notification bell in order to receive updates on new content uploads. If you like the video, please subscribe. And also engage by leaving your comments below. I also encourage you to share if you know of someone who may desire to hear the content, or if you're just excited about what you hear today and you just want to share it with someone else. Please click the share button and share with friends, family members. We're right at 30 subscribers right now. We're trying to grow to about 100. I would ask that you guys please help me get there. I would greatly appreciate it if you guys could help me get to that next tier as a content creator. All right. There's so much junk out there. I find value in some of the content that is being conveyed over to you guys. So many individuals can use what's being heard. We're in a society right now whereby few is being passed down. Few healthy parts of our culture are being passed down to the next generation. And to me, the value in this particular channel is someone of my age who has lived through so many various experiences. There's quite a bit that I could impart over to the next generation of young men. All right. So please support the channel and help us grow over here. All right. Today, I just wanted to touch base with you guys. It is a dentist day for my little man. And I'm, my 6-year-old boy, Xander, he's gone to the dentist before, but in my opinion, this is the first visit whereby he's a little boy now, and not just a little toddler boy. But yeah, I'm sitting in the car right now ahead of school, getting ready to pick him up in a few moments. We're gonna head over to the dental office and get started with our adventure. We have masks that we're gonna be required to wear when we get there. So I got our masks ready for him and for myself. After our dentist appointment, we're gonna head over to our favorite smoothie joint and bless them with our business. And you know how we do. I'm a content creator. Always try to incorporate my brand with people who are trying to grow. To me, I see it as a community service. It's not a big deal. It's not a big marketing deal or anything like that, but I just like to do it as a community effort, all right, for the local business owners. All right. I wanted to discuss briefly my enthusiasm for my little man, my 6-year-old son. I have 2 older boys who I all love my boys tremendously. They all have different qualities. They have different needs. So I try to use an intuitive approach when it comes to dealing with my boys. They all require different things, so I give them different things. My oldest son, he and I like to say we grew up together. We're 17 years apart. I was actually developing myself. I was down in the trenches and developing myself as, when he was a little boy. He always saw me in books. At this point, I was just getting started with community college. He watched me work. He watched me walk. He watched me not have a car. He watched me in my 18, 19, 20 years old. Just imagine, okay, what he received from me. So as of now, what that translates into is him knowing what dad expects. He knows, he probably has this idea of what dad used to be. He has the fear of dad in him. And when I say the fear of death, I mean the respect. And I find that so commendable, for your son to give you that high level of respect, at least knowing what you will tolerate and what you won't tolerate. And to be honest, I've actually so much that I've changed, and so much that I'm trying to change in our relationship as it relates to that chapter of my life that wasn't the greatest, okay, for anyone. And then we have my middle son, Brandon Bailey, he's so much like me. And, I don't think he's fully accepted it yet, but he's so much like me as far as like my work habits, the way I was in 18, 19, 20 years old, lack of tolerance for nonsense, and being able to, to observe. All right. And then you have my little man, Xander, the 6-year-old. He's definitely a product of, it's weird how that works. He has so many of my attributes now, which I'm sure is a part of the nurture part, him being around me each day. He's so dang on bright, like super bright. I just got him in a coding course, so to give you an example, he's super intelligent. But Xander is so much like me now when it comes to personality. And he's just, it's interesting. He's like people say these pandemic babies. Although he was born before the pandemic, this boy, he's on another level when it comes to communication. Xander, and I think that comes from my profession. As I've gotten older, I was around the house a lot more, and he's picked up on a lot of my terminology, my business vocabulary, some of the ideas. But at the same time, he goes to Christian Academy, and he's getting, he's being nurtured that way away from school as well. All right. So yeah, those are the different nuances, of course, many more between my boys. And, I think that was my point of bringing that up, was to show why and how different they are and why I treat them differently. But the topic that I wanted to get into is family dysfunction and accepting that dysfunction. Do you or do you not accept that dysfunction? Do you, when someone acknowledges the dysfunction in you or in your family or your culture or your unit, do you accept that as being an attribute of your tribe, your family, your culture, or do you attempt to be objective, put yourself outside of that, and pull from it what's healthy and trash what's trash? Okay? And what got me on this particular subject was the idea of my behaviors and the things that I was able to adjust as a result of being a young parent and raising my boys, my first two boys, and the changes or the adjustments that I made when it came to my 6-year-old. All right. What are your thoughts on that? As a father, when the 6-year-old, my youngest, was born, I literally prayed to God, thank God for his blessing, for him blessing me with such, an opportunity, another opportunity. I think that's what the intensity of the prayer was, to be able to make those adjustments, because I love my oldest boy so much. Having the opportunity to correct and to make adjustments in the 6-year-old is what caused me to make those changes, and I took that vow very seriously. In my brain, I play it out like in the story of the Roots, when when the dad from Good Times held Kizzy, I believe it was, Kunta Kinte, held his daughter Kizzy up and said, "The only thing greater than you." Okay. It didn't play out that way, almost like the Lion King. I think that's the vision that I had in my head. But seriously, I had a conversation with God in the delivery room, thanking God for giving me another opportunity to be a better father, to be a more present father, to be a more level-headed father, have a clearer head this time, and to prepare him for manhood. Okay. And so I was just curious as to, what are you guys' thoughts on being introspective, being grateful for second opportunities, and being grateful for those second opportunities by making adjustments, all right, and making the necessary commitment, all right, with that decision. But yeah, and you'll notice my enthusiasm for this little guy. So, when you see me going forward and you see that enthusiasm that I have for that blessing in the form of a 6-year-old little boy, you'll know where that came from. All right. And as we get deeper into conversations, more of that nuance will come out. It will be further illustrated, what I'm telling you right now. You'll have more stories, more color to the explanation. All right. But yeah, that's all I wanted to share with you guys at the moment. I'm gonna bring you guys over to the dentist's office briefly. I'm gonna try my best to, but I do know that there are some COVID-19 restrictions, so I'm not quite sure how feasible it will be for us to catch content as we go into the dentist's office. But either way, if we don't get the dental office visit, I'll try to bring you guys along over to the smoothie shop. So see you guys there. Stay tuned. All right.